everyone, welcome back to Ninjago News TV. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite Ninjago battles. I ranked the following battles based on action, emotion, and significance to the story. So without further explanation, let's get started. At number 10, we have Wu vs. Acronix from episode 65. This fight was more or less a continuation of the battle that had been started 40 years prior, and let's just say it was awesome to say the least. This fight pretty much lasted during the entire episode, and it was quite awesome. This fight was the first to introduce a faster, more action-packed fighting style, and I love that. I love the choreography of this battle. Better yet, the incorporation of the fast-forward time blade was also super cool, as was the dialogue between the two. In the end, this fight was simply awesome, and it had a lot of significance in the season of Hands of Time. It was basically an exciting event that was mentioned several times throughout the rest of the season. In the end, this fight was really an awesome fight. Ninth place goes to the iconic Jay vs. Cole fight from episode 37. This fight was the resolution to the subplot of Jay and Cole's rivalry that was started in Season 3. And I gotta say, there couldn't have been a better resolution. I gotta say, I really did hate that love triangle in Season 3, but this was an awesome resolution to that. The fight started with the two attacking each other with fury before they came to their senses. After that, Chen turns on them, threatening to eliminate them both. Cole gives Jay the Jade Blade and is eliminated. I love the emotion in this fight and the way the two attacked each other initially. In addition, the resolution to their rivalry was done beautiful, and I love how their friendship became restored after this. To some of you, this may seem like an odd choice for 8th place, but I will explain later. 8th place goes to another Jay battle, this one being Jay and Nia versus the Sky Pirates in episode 62. The main goal for the Pirates was to capture Nia, which they did do successfully in the end. For me, the best part of this fight was the setting and the siege aspect of it. The lighthouse is an extremely unique location, and the Hagelins pulled that off wonderfully. I loved how Jay and Nia utilized traps, and how the Sky Pirates also countered that too, bringing in their ships and using explosives also. Naivcon and Echo Zane also make brief appearances in the fight, which only makes it even better. 7th place goes to the final battle of Season 9, that being Wu and Lloyd versus Garmadon. This fight was super action-packed and fast-paced at the beginning, and that was actually awesome, the choreography with that, with Wu individually battling Garmadon for a brief moment. After that, however, Garmadon manages to get rid of Wu, leaving Lloyd there. The fight gets a bit slower after that, but nevertheless, it's still epic. The second part of the fight basically consists of Lloyd trying to fight Garmadon on his own, which doesn't go so successfully. After that, Lloyd uses the Art of the Silent Fist, which is actually awesome and a wonderful callback to episode, 28? One of the best parts of this fight for me was the dialogue and the words exchanged between Lloyd and Garmadon. At the end, Lloyd regains his powers, which was a beautiful scene as well. My 6th favorite battle is Lloyd versus Harumi from episode 81. This was the fight where Lloyd realized who Harumi was. To start, the soundtrack was simply amazing, and I love the use of piano and the fast tempo. The first portion of the fight was Lloyd putting 2 and 2 together, finding out Harumi was the quiet one. Harumi's cruel dialogue and Lloyd's shocked tone only make it better. The second part consists of Harumi and Lloyd battling it out. However, the fight reaches its best part during the third part, when Harumi puts on the Oni mask. I love Harumi with the mask of hatred. It amplifies the evil side of her character a lot. Harumi pretty much reveals her true motives to Lloyd, which, wow, those are really dark. And that just leaves the viewer shocked at what Harumi is saying. My 5th place is Lloyd vs. Morro from episode 54, the infamous realm-hopping battle. The fight starts in Ninjago with Lloyd and Morro duking it out at stakes. After that, though, Morro uses the realm crystal and escapes. This fight was awesome because we got to see our favorite realms reappear in the show again. Other than one, maybe. You get what I'm saying. I specifically love the interaction between these two characters as well. Morro and Lloyd are both awesome characters, and I loved the artifacts they were using also, and how the possession of the realm crystal shifted between the two. The way how this fight was split up into these different realms truly made it spectacular. Yes, the fight was pretty short, that's the only issue I can find with that, but other than that, it was an awesome fight and super fun to watch too. 4th place goes to part 1 of the final battle, Lloyd versus the Overlord in episode 25. What can I say? This is one of the best fights ever. I love how Lloyd attacks the Overlord with emotion and how saving Garmadon motivates him. We see the two clash in a duel, both using their powers to try and defeat the other. It was awesome to see that the Overlord was actually using powers for the first time in the series, actually. One of the best parts of this fight was Garmadon's cameo appearance and how he did fight the Overlord's possession. In the end, unfortunately, the Overlord overcomes both Garmadon and Lloyd and manages to defeat Lloyd and break his leg. I also want to mention the soundtrack, which included incredible renditions of the themes of Lloyd, the Overlord, and Garmadon. 3rd place goes to yet another Lloyd fight, and this is a more recent one, that being Lloyd versus Garmadon in episode 83. This fight was amazing on so many levels. The emotion was spectacular, with Lloyd focused and motivated to save his father. However, he couldn't begin to imagine how the newly revived Garmadon would be. Garmadon is bent on destroying Lloyd, and we actually see him use his power for the first time in the series. Although he is severely powered through most of the fight, Lloyd puts up a good fight and is able to counter Garmadon for most of the fight. Oh yeah, then there's the soundtrack. This is one of the best Ninjago action soundtracks ever. Sadly, it was reused a few too many times in Season 9. This is the first scene the soundtrack was used in, and includes incredible renditions of Garmadon's theme. In the runner-up position is the iconic Zane versus the Golden Master Overlord fight. There was less action in this, but a ton of emotion. The struggle starts out with Zane attempting to quote-unquote negotiate with the Overlord. The Overlord, thinking he has the upper hand, does nothing. However, after a moment, Zane uses his powers on him, freezing him. The Overlord can't escape. This continues for some time until eventually Zane defeats the Overlord. This fight contains my favorite Ninjago soundtrack of all time, that being Zane's death. In addition, the flashbacks were also super powerful and emotional as well. I love the power struggle aspect of the fight too. This is definitely a fight that can't and won't be forgotten ever. You probably saw this coming, but the second part of the final battle is my favorite Ninjago battle as well as my favorite moment in the series. This was supposed to be the ending of Ninjago, and wow, it would have been a wonderful ending. The battle starts with Lloyd confronting the Overlord, to which the Overlord tries to kill Lloyd right away. However, Lloyd unlocks his true potential, becoming the Golden Ninja, which is still one of the best scenes in Ninjago. Oh yeah, and then there's the soundtrack, which is one of my favorite Ninjago soundtracks. It includes an incredible heroic rendition of Lloyd's theme, and also awesome renditions of the Overlord's theme also. I love the action sequences and Lloyd unlocking the Golden Dragon. Dialogue was also simply stunning, and the end of the fight just leaves the viewer sitting there. Overall fight was just awesome and will live on in our hearts. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know, and be sure to comment with your top 10 battles in the comments below. I'd love to share thoughts with you and discuss what your top 10 battles are also. So yeah, tomorrow we have a 2019 video coming. More specifically, we're going to talk about the Oni and why they want to control Ninjago or whatever they're going to be doing. So yeah, you can look forward to that. That's coming tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.